How did I catch my coworkers stealing $47,000 in overtime? My coworkers turned against me when the opening shift started spreading lies about my work. Every morning at 5:30 a.m., Vince would send photos to our group chat showing the store in complete chaos, claiming I left it that way. Products thrown everywhere, floors covered in trash, stockroom destroyed. The worst part was how believable his story sounded, because he'd been there 3 years and everyone trusted him. Our manager Sylvia called me into her office, showed me the photos, and said I had 1 week to improve or I'd be fired. Nobody believed me when I said I cleaned everything perfectly. Losing this job meant losing my apartment since I was already 2 months behind on rent after my dad's medical bills drained my savings. I tried fighting back by taking photos of my perfect closes, but Vince dismissed them immediately. He told everyone I was using old photos from training week, and they believed him because why would the morning crew lie? That's when I started digging deeper and discovered something strange about their schedule. They clocked in at 5 a.m., but the store didn't open until 8, giving them 3 hours of overtime every single day. I found out Vince's crew had been getting 15 hours of overtime weekly for over a year, all for cleaning up disasters left by closers. And when I checked the records, every single closer before me had been written up or fired for the same exact thing. I spent weeks documenting everything, creating spreadsheets showing how their overtime perfectly matched closer schedules, but Sylvia wouldn't even look at them because she said the morning crew was her best team and I was just making excuses for my poor performance. That's when I realized I needed to catch them in the act, but it seemed impossible since they always arrived before anyone else. Then I remembered Dante from maintenance owed me huge for covering when his kid was born, and he had keys to everything, including the supply closet near the loading dock. We came up with a plan that would either save my job or get us both fired. Sunday night, I made the store absolutely perfect and left at midnight like always. But instead of going home, I met Dante at 4:30 a.m., and he let me hide in the supply closet with a clear view of the sales floor. At 5 a.m. sharp, Vince's crew arrived together, clocked in, then went back outside to smoke for 20 minutes while getting paid. When they came back in at 5:25, I watched through the door crack as they systematically destroyed my perfect work. Vince dumped clean products on the floor, while Hector threw paper towels everywhere, and Rodrigo poured old coffee on the tiles I'd just mopped. They were laughing about it, and Vince actually said, "This one's gonna get him fired for sure. Make it extra bad." They took photos for the group chat, typing their fake outrage about my terrible work. At 5:45, Dante texted our district manager Lorraine, who happened to be doing surprise visits that week, telling her she needed to come immediately for an emergency. When Lorraine walked in at 6:15, she found Vince's crew sitting in the break room eating breakfast while the store looked like a hurricane hit it. She asked why they hadn't started cleaning yet, and Vince jumped up saying they were gathering supplies to tackle my disaster. That's when I stepped out of the supply closet and told Lorraine I'd been there the whole time. The look on Vince's face went from confident to terrified in 1 second. Lorraine asked what was going on, and I explained everything while Vince tried interrupting with excuses. She pulled up the time clock records on her tablet, saw the pattern I'd been trying to show Sylvia for weeks, and her face turned dark red. She made a phone call right there, and within minutes, corporate was involved. The investigation that followed revealed they'd been stealing overtime for 18 months straight, costing the company thousands in fraudulent wages. All 4 of them got terminated immediately, and Sylvia got demoted for enabling it. Vince kept saying it was just a misunderstanding, that they were actually helping the store, but Lorraine had already seen enough. The other closers who'd been fired got calls offering their jobs back with back pay. I got promoted to shift lead with a raise that finally let me catch up on rent. The morning after everything went down, I walked into work to find thank you messages from 3 former employees who'd been vindicated. Sylvia couldn't look me in the eye when she had to report to me as her new supervisor.